Hello there. So let's talk about values today. As a holistic health practitioner, I've learned that healing isn't just about food, herbs, and routines. It's actually about alignment. And so in the Vibrant Visionary Collective, one of our main pillars for healing and personal growth is what I call authentic alignment. And one of the most powerful ways we can restore that alignment is by reconnecting with our values. So we live in a world that is noisy, where everyone has an opinion and everyone is burnt out. But most burnout happens not because we're doing too much, but because we're doing too much that's out of sync with what we actually value. Our values are our body's compass. So when we ignore them, our energy fragments. And when we live by them, our vitality flows. So if you've ever noticed somebody with boundless energy, it's not because they're pushing and working harder than you, or working less than you rather. It's because they are able to output because everything that they do aligns with their values. So that comes to the question of what are core values? Because many people think that values are just like moral codes, but I like to look at values as an inner roadmap to your specific unique purpose. As you know, I'm an Ayurvedic practitioner, and in holistic wellness, we talk about living in harmony with your unique constitution. So every single person has a different way of thriving, a different way of living, depending on their genetics, their environment, depending on their identity, even like when and where you were born. Right? We each have this like profile that is unique to us. So values also come into play. They're like your inner dharma or purpose roadmap. And they're like the non-negotiables that help your energy stay coherent. Living out of alignment with your values feels like energetic inflammation. So it drains your prana, like that enthusiasm for life and your energy. It drains your clarity and your confidence. When you live in integrity with your values, your nervous system feels safe enough to expand, because then you're not acting out like against what you believe, right? When you're acting in accordance to what you truly believe in, of course, that's going to naturally be supportive and energetic. So when we ignore our values, the body keeps the score. So chronic stress, fatigue, or burnout are often signals of internal misalignment, not weakness. And living your values is preventative medicine. Just as eating healthy is preventative medicine and going to exercise is preventative medicine, living your values is preventative medicine. And it keeps you from leaking energy into things that don't serve your wholeness and your highest self. Reconnecting to your values helps you make choices that nourish you rather than deplete you. And healing begins when how we live matches what we believe. So after contemplating all the values that I want to embody through helping people heal holistically, I've boiled the collective values of the Vibrant Visionary Collective to essentially 6 core values and 6 core convictions that really drive transformation and keep my clients and myself at the edge of growth when it comes to healing and transformation. So our first core value is wholeness, because without holistic health and without the value of keeping things holistic, we lose our perspective. So in the collective, we honor natural integrative approaches that restore long-term vitality and balance. So I'm never going to be giving people a Band-Aid prescription for an ailment. It's always going to be something that I hope they will take into practice long-term to transform their lives in more ways than one. And wholeness means that remembering you are not a project to fix. You are a system. You are an ecosystem to harmonize. And when you can harmonize your own ecosystem, you as a person will thrive on so many different levels in so many different aspects of life. The second core value that we follow in the collective is alignment. So true freedom comes from living in rhythm with our values and vitality code. So it's when your actions and your energy and intentions are all in the same room. Nothing is out of integrity with what you do, what you say, and where you put your attention. When we can align like this, we exponentially increase our ability to have an impact and to make the changes that we actually want to make in our lives. The third value is sovereignty. And this is so important to me, that we are able to stand for ourselves and we are able to make choices according to what we know is right within ourselves. And lasting transformation begins when we reclaim authority over our own well-being. Sovereignty is about self-trust. No one else can heal you. Even though you can be guided, you are the ultimate authority on your body. And people sometimes mistake sovereignty as hyper-independence. It's not that. In fact, one of our other core values is community, and it is the idea that we all stand together, but we all stand also in knowing exactly who we are and making our own choices. The fourth core value is responsibility, and this one ties straight back into sovereignty, because empowered growth starts with self-awareness and ownership of our journey. In Ayurveda, health has so much to do with how much control we have over the choices that we make. And the message behind Ayurveda is that we always have power over our own choices. We always have power over how we think. We always have power to make a choice that's going to bring us back into balance, or to make a choice that's going to knock us further into imbalance. And responsibility is not about blame. It's not about making ourselves wrong. It's not about making others wrong. It's about taking agency. Your own healing requires your own participation. And then we have the fifth value, authenticity. So you might also know that one of our main pillars in the Vibrant Visionary Blueprint is authentic alignment. So of course, authenticity and alignment are going to go hand in hand. We honor our truth in the collective. Joy and peace emerge when we live from who we truly are. And so authenticity regulates your energy more than any supplement ever could. Because when you're authentic, you show up in the world 100% yourself. And when we are ourselves, when we're settled in who we are, that's literally the definition of health in Ayurveda. That word in Sanskrit is svastha, settled in the self. And so authenticity is pointing towards our ability to be settled in the self, and that as a pathway to health. And finally, our last core value is community. We stand stronger together always. And growth accelerates in safe, supported spaces where we share a culture of mutual respect. We share a culture of love. And we share a culture where we're pushing each other to grow. And we're wired as human beings for connection. We are not meant to progress by ourselves. We are not to thrive in a vacuum. And healing doesn't happen in isolation. It happens when we resonate with each other and we can truly see and understand each other. So I want to leave you with this question. What values do you live by without compromise? I want you to take some time in your journal to write down every single value that you live by. And I want you to also ask yourself, which of your values have you been betraying in the name of productivity, people-pleasing, or survival? Because the more that you live out of alignment with your values, the harder it is for you to stay in a place that's going to support your health and happiness. And finally, ask yourself, how would your energy shift if your daily life actually reflected what matters the most to you? Take that values inventory. Identify which of the values are your values that you're willing to stick up for, even in an environment where maybe that value isn't upheld or respected, because that will really point to you where your effort needs to go next. Your values are your blueprint for vitality, and the more you align with them, the more life is going to align with you.